Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Basement Birds. Logan and Reed
Yeah,
getting a little preview right at the beginning.
I'm probably gonna take that out of the final edit, but
Well, so that means that the people are going to have to listen to find out what you cut out of the final edit. See what I'm saying?
there we
Big
go.
brain
Good
play.
stuff. Good stuff.
Logan and
Yep.
Reed, though, coming to you live from tape, live to tape. It is so live to tape from the basement. How we doing today, Reed?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
I'm very tired today. It was
I'm also tired today.
we had hockey yesterday. Normally we don't have hockey on Sunday. Normally it's a
Yeah.
Friday Saturday retreat, and so then I have all day on Sunday to recover.
Recover.
I mean, I was thinking about it though, and I guess maybe we just talk about this first. Then I've got a my dad's story, so you got to stay tuned for that. But we it's like a mentally draining experience to go call a hockey game for me. And it's not that it's physically exhausting. I mean, I certainly, am hoarse after in most cases if I'm doing it right.
Yeah. Nay.
A lot of loud. I'm just a loud person in general, especially when I get excited. That it tends to be inflected by volume. So, it's like
Oh
2 hours
gosh.
straight of yelling into the microphone and
Yeah.
trying to keep up with the play, trying to figure out who is who on the ice, like looking at names. I've got the Lewis names or the college names. I've got those names down pretty good, and then. So it's mostly just figuring out the other team's names, but then it's a lot of thinking about the production side of things too, especially since I started taking students with who are just starting out and trying to figure things out a little bit. So don't have a whole lot of experience. So it's a lot of teaching moments. But that's just as like I have to try to remember to tell them everything that I'm thinking because I just have it all in my head, and so to try and remember to talk them through. Okay, this is how you do this. It could be as simple as, oh, well, you got to remember that there's a score bug on the frame. So when you're framing your shot, you got to make sure to keep that in your head, so you're not using the score bug's not covering up something important. Things like that. But it was senior night yesterday, so there was especially an excessive amount of extra things that I had to think about. We had made highlights for each of the seniors. There was 5 of them,
That's cool.
and it wasn't anything too complicated, but it took some time to find the footage of the goals and all that stuff, and then I decided that I wanted to make them. I had originally made them square to be in a social media post, had to then make them 16 by 9 to go into the broadcast. And that just takes time, and worrying about that, making sure all that goes well, making sure all the equipment functions as it should. We had 5 cameras going yesterday, one of which was wireless. So it's just a lot of extra variables to be thinking about. And I literally got home and I almost just fell asleep right away because
Yeah.
it's like it's all in your head. And I don't know if you've had like an experience like that where it's like it's just mentally exhausting because you're thinking at 10,000 miles an hour for
Oh, yeah.
an extended period of time, even it's 3-4 hours from setup to, and like once it's takedown time, then I'm already kind of fried, and I'm not
Yeah.
moving very fast and like putting things in the wrong spot just because there's all sorts of things happening. And I don't know if you have ever had a similar experience to that, but
The closest thing I can think of is probably after my first opening night in baseball and my first opening night now in hockey. Just all the prep work and the long days that go into it, and by the end of it, you're just beat, and everything goes well, but you're proud of it, obviously, but you're just so tired from it all, and then you have to turn around and do it the next day,
yeah.
That's definitely I can relate to that of just, of just needing to focus for so long and really, cross the T's and dot all the I's and make sure that it's all, set. It can be draining,
Yeah. And I mean, I guess for you, is it a lot of the same stuff every game? Like, how often are you changing out graphics throughout the course of the season? Because, like, for me, I mean, just from an outside perspective, once you start with that first game, it seems like there's a lot of rollover into the subsequent games.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, we have a lot of rollover from stuff, but there's some new things each game. But it's not a ton new each game, which is nice, and that's why opening night is such a huge task. It's because it's a ton of new stuff, and you're trying to make sure that things work and function correctly. That things are playing when they're supposed to, and syncing with things that they're supposed to. And then once you get through, that, it's a little bit smoother, obviously. But just getting there can take a bit and is an absolute grind.
Yeah. No, I feel that for sure, and this, on my end, I'm just kind of trying to scrape by because it's just me trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
With some support from the school. But, I have only the ability to execute things, to a certain degree.
Yep.
Especially when I'm, it's all a kind of a balance of time, right? And I've kind of come to that realization lately too, that like everything in work life, it for me anyway, is coming down to just time and time management, right? There's only so much time in the day. There's only so much time, and you have to be kind of methodical about how you distribute the time in the day, right? To work, to, spending time at home, not a lot of time for relaxing, it seems like lately.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes out the window, but that means you have to really, take advantage of your time to go to bed. So that's kind of a realization that I've come to recently. Also not, in part to, the fact that just work has been very busy lately, and there's been some changes happening that just has put more on my plate, which I'm not complaining about, but then that just it detracts the time of the day. It takes time to do things, It takes time to do graphics, and to that point, I'm only willing to put in a certain amount of time. So if it's not exactly to the T the way I want it, sometimes it's just like, well, this has to be good enough for right now,
Yeah.
Because at least for the hockey stuff. So it just comes down to time and figuring out, during busy times. I mean, because for me, the winter, like hockey season, essentially October to kind of end of February into March is the busiest time of the year, with a lot going on almost every single weekend. There's hockey, which, don't get me wrong, I really like doing hockey, and it's very enjoyable, but it's just it starts to get exhausting, towards the end. And I guess you're kind of ready for a break. And I mean, for you, and I guess for me too, like I'm working in higher ed, you're working for a professional hockey team, and before a professional baseball team, everything is kind of in seasons.
Yeah.
At least for you, literal seasons. For me, semesters and school years. But essentially, then there is an off season, quote unquote, where it's kind of a different workflow, and that's where I find that our two industries are similar. And I know I'm kind of just going on here, but it's nice to have the off season. Like working, if we were working for a job that was constantly, nose to the grindstone 100% of the time, like with a ton of stuff going on, that would just, again, be mentally exhausting sooner rather than later.
Yeah. No, it's nice to have the different off seasons, and the Yeah, and it breaks up the year, which is nice. I guess what I'm trying to say. It breaks up the year well. It lets you, feel fresh when the new season comes along. You don't feel like you're constantly going all the time, or you don't feel like you're constantly going like 75% all the time. You can really, back off at times and, have a little bit of more, laid back times, which is great. There's other times obviously during the season when you're working more, but having that kind of cycle like that, I think is really nice. Helps to avoid burnout well too. Which is great. In my eyes, it really helps. But yeah, it is quite nice in that regard, having that on and off season.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, it's nice to have the break. Like my dad, worked for a power plant, and they're obviously always making power. So 365
sure
days
are.
a year. So that's got to be difficult.
Yeah.
He's recently retired though, and getting into some more shenanigans.
Oh
Time to
gosh,
start
of
word
course
right
he
there,
is.
shenanigans.
Of course he is.
We recently, him and I, we went to Raising Cane's.
Why do all of these stories have to do with Raising Cane's?
I don't know. And my dad says these things to me when I pull into the parking lot. It's the first thing he says. He's like, I don't know what it is about this place, but every time we're here, there's some sort of confrontation. And this is me pulling into the parking lot after he's already been here. I'm like, oh Lord, what is happening now? Like this is time number 2. If you haven't, I mean, that was one of the first episodes of the new show where we were talking about the original Raising Cane's conflict, the OG Raising Cane's conflict.
The OG, yeah. Yep.
The OG RCC, you know what I mean? Raising Cane's conflict. OG RCC. So I get there, I pull in, and my dad's like, he's like, what? I don't know what it is about this place, but there's always some sort of controversy. I'm like, oh God, what happened now? He's like, get inside. I'll tell you when we get in there. I'm like, what? I'm like looking around, making sure there's no white pickup truck lurking in the distance.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, okay. So we order, at the ordering station, also known as the cash register.
The counter? There you go.
The counter, known as the counter.
Yep,
Thank
we're
you.
getting there. Good job. Good work. That was a little painful, if I'll be honest, but we got there.
Yes. And so we sit down in a restaurant that has music that is playing obnoxiously loud. Like you could definitely hear this from the parking lot. Like the music was so loud in the restaurant.
Did you walk in and everyone turned and said, "Oh, welcome to Cane's"?
No.
No, they don't do that at that location?
No.
Oh, wow. The one that I went to back in Pennsylvania in State College near Penn State, you'd walk in and everyone that was working there, they'd hear the door open and they go, "Hi, welcome to Cane's." And this location is set up in like not like a strip mall area, but it's in a storefront area. It's not its own building. So it was in downtown State College. So it would be like if you're walking through like a small town downtown, there would be a Cane's. So it's a long, narrow store. Yours is more square. This one is more long and rectangular. So when they say hello to you, you're probably still a good 40 feet from the counter, and then you have this awkward walk. It feels like they're shouting from like a far end of a tunnel, and then you have this long awkward walk, and you have to wait. You have to figure out what you want. You probably don't, worry about what. I feel like you have a standard.
They only have one thing on the menu. What are you talking about? What do you want?
Well, what size you want. How many chicken tenders you want.
See, when we walk into this one, they say chicken, chicken, chicken. Which combo you picking? That's what they say at this one.
What?
So, yeah.
And you always get the Caniac combo, don't you?
I do. I'm a big Caniac.
Which
sometimes the box combo.
That looks like 2 dozen tenders.
Six tenders. But they say chicken, chicken, chicken. Which combo you picking? And then we sit down, get back on track here. We sit down at the table, and my dad's like, "You got to watch this video." He got a dash cam. I think we talked about this on the show.
Okay,
my dad has a dash cam.
Okay.
And so
I don't know
he
if we
pulls
have,
up this
but...
video. What?
I don't know if we have, honestly, but continue.
I think we have. He has a dash cam that you can talk to. You could be like, take photo. and you hear a and it'll take a photo of the car, like out the window.
Yep.
The white balance is also off, and there's no way to adjust it, so everything looks like you're underwater. It's so blue.
Oh gosh.
It's
Jeez.
like excessive.
Yeah.
But so he shows me this video of this truck. That he's like, watch the truck, and the truck goes, just flies past, flies past him, goes in front of him, and now they're coming up and they're both turning left to get to towards Raising Cane's, not into the Cane's parking lot like the incident we had that I had there, but he's turning left. The guy in front of him is turning left, and I mean he was probably a good 10 car lengths ahead of him by the time they got to the light. So my dad pulls up, stops behind him. I mean, just normal stop distance, it was probably less than a half a car length, but he's not right on the bumper, of the guy. And I mean, granted, this is only a one-directional camera, so you're not getting a shot inside the car, so I don't know what my dad was doing. But so the guy then throws it in reverse. Reverse lights come on, and this is all on video. Reverse lights come on.
In reverse.
Yeah. He starts to back up, and my dad's like, what is going on? He's just... Yeah, my dad's not moving. I mean, my dad's not moving at all. Yeah. And so
God,
he backs up a little bit.
Guy, dude.
Dude, I don't know what he's doing. And so they both turn left, and so this guy isn't going to Cane's. He's going to turn right and go to Home Depot, and my dad's going to turn left and go into Cane's.
Odd place to get lunch, but
it just so happens then that they both. So he gets in the right lane, my dad stays in the left lane, and so then they both pull up next to each other at the next light.
Awkward. And
so the guy rolls down his window, and he's in a pickup truck, which is, I mean, my dad has a Chevy Malibu, so he right, it's a Malibu. What's the other one? I don't remember. It's a sedan. It's a Chevy, one of those two, either the Malibu or the other one. And the guy's in a pickup truck that's as my dad would say, all jacked up on Mountain Dew, but it was just on big tall tires, And so he's his window is well above the roof of my dad's car. So, they're next to each other, but the other guy's car is like this, So you can't even really see out the window, but my dad somehow sees that the guy rolls the window down. My dad rolls his window down. This guy starts flipping him off, yelling at him. What are you doing? And my dad's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know. Big Mike, keep the window up. What are you doing here?
Big Mike, keep that window up.
Yeah, keep that window up. Actually, a lot of my friends started calling him Big Mike. That's a true story. And the people at the broadcast. No, please don't call me that.
No, Big Al.
My dad's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you were right on my rear end. And that's not the word he used, but my dad's like, what are you talking about, dude? And to his credit, my dad has been taking notes from the Logan Meister from Big Al over here.
Yeah.
My dad rolls up the window.
Wow.
Doesn't even respond. Can you believe that?
And you pulled the thermometer out and took his temperature to see if he was feeling okay?
I should have. I mean,
wow.
he then, I could not believe that he didn't get out of the car with this gentleman. I mean,
yeah.
You know how my dad is. The last time he was like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, ready to go.
Yeah.
And this time, ding ding dong, he left. Right? It's not ding ding ding. It's ding ding. See you later. Yeah. So
he's out. Yeah.
Got to give credit where credit's due. But Big Mike really coming through.
Wow, really coming through.
Yeah. Now that he's retired and is hanging out and less stress in his life, he
yeah. Wow.
Is not getting in any more confrontations at Raising Cane's. And maybe we need to start going to a different Raising Cane's. Have we ever thought about that? Like, this is the same Raising Cane's that a throw down in the parking lot was going on.
Yeah. You guys have a second location near you that is easy to get to?
No, and also, as John Mulaney says, you never want to go to a secondary location.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. Don't let them take you to the secondary location.
No,
you
never go. You want it, go get it. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a John Mulaney reference for those of you who are not aware, but Yeah. So, moral of the story is never, ever
Let them
go to
take you to
Raising
the second
Cane's with
location.
Big Mike.
Oh. Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
that too.
You know, I think I'm looking forward to seeing your dad at the wedding, come November, because I feel he's got to have
Did
some
you just open
story
a pocket watch to look at
ready
that?
to go in person. No,
What
I,
was
I
that?
I snapped and pointed off camera because I wasn't thinking
Oh.
correctly.
I thought it sounded like you opened a pocket watch and looked
No,
at it
should-
and closed
should
and
I be-
snapped it closed.
Should I become the pocket watch guy? Reinvent myself, new personal brand. I'm the pocket watch guy.
Yeah, you can get
That
a
could be
monocle.
kind of fun. I could get a monocle. Yeah. There you go. I could.
Then you need a hairless cat, and you can be like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, there you go. That could be kind of fun. You can imagine if I rolled up to work the one day just with a freaking monocle and a pocket watch, and someone asked me
And
a
a
question.
top
I'd be
hat.
like, Hello, good sir. What top of the morning to you? I don't know how I would talk if I had a monocle, but surely something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Anyway, fun
Your
times.
dad always has such good stories.
I know.
He's always getting into trouble. He's like the little kid. It's like the kid that puts his hand on the hot stove, gets burnt and just keeps going back.
Yeah.
Just keeps touching the hot stove. And we're
Yeah,
like, let's stop it.
Yeah, but my dad doesn't really touch it. He like climbs up on it to try and get the cookies that are in the top shelf.
True, yeah.
And so he burns his hand and his 2 feet at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good way to put it.
So
God, leave it to your dad. What a guy. What a guy.
what a guy. All right.
Truly one of one.
One of one. Speaking of 101, time for some odd news.
Yeah.
Would you like to go first?
Sure.
I can go first.
I'll lead us off. Let me find
All
one
right.
again. Okay. So today, February 2nd, was my favorite weather-related holiday, and that is Groundhog's Day, of course.
Thought it was Sharknado Day.
Nope. And we got check-ins from not one but 2 groundhogs. Of course, the first one, Punxsutawney Phil from famed Pennsylvania. He saw his shadow this morning. 6 more weeks of winter are coming. He was pulled from his burrow at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney. And his prognostications were interpreted by a man in a tuxedo and a top hat in front of a crowd of thousands of onlookers. The man revealed that Phil had seen his shadow, meaning winter will last another 6 weeks.
How
However,
are you determining this?
that's a great question. These people claim they can talk to the groundhog. I imagine it has something to do with that. They speak groundhogese. That's not a joke. That's what they actually say. Tough news for Phil, though. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration last year revealed that Phil has an accuracy rate of only about 35% in the past couple decades.
Oh, my.
So a government organization called Phil out and pretty much told him that he's not good at his job. But I guess that makes him the best kind of weatherman. But don't let Phil get you down with his lack of accuracy, because there is a second groundhog that we also consulted, and this one I have never heard of. You'll need to let me know if you've heard of this groundhog. Staten Island Chuck. I have
Never
no
heard of
idea.
him.
I don't know who Staten Island Chuck is. He lives at the Staten Island Zoo in Staten Island, of course. More formally,
Be awkward if he lived in
called,
the Bronx.
he's called Charles G. Hogg. He's a groundhog, and he serves as the official groundhog meteorologist of New York City. The tradition for him dates back to 1981, so definitely newer. Definitely newer than Punxsutawney Phil. Punxsutawney Phil has been around since basically the dawn of man, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. I think he pre-existed, man.
Yeah, it's the same groundhog too. They have the elixir of life. That they feed Phil. I don't know if Staten Island Chuck has his own version of that. Don't know what they cook up on Staten Island for him. But luckily, Staten Island Chuck has an accuracy rate of 85%, and he agreed with Phil that we will have 6 more weeks of winter. But 85%, how about that? That is impressive. To be that much more
impressive.
To be that much more accurate,
Well, 2 points I have to make. Number one, in Illinois, we have Woodstock Willie. That's our groundhog from Woodstock, Illinois. And he predicted spring will come early. So we have 6 weeks of spring. on the regular time. So the other thing is, did you know that weather people intentionally predict the wrong weather?
What?
I watched a YouTube video about this. So there's I think it's more so talking about if it's raining or not. I think that's more what this specific video was talking about. But they talked about how the weather people will inflate the chance that it's going to rain, and so then when it doesn't rain, you're happy that it's not raining, as opposed to if they said it's not going to rain and you went out and it started raining, you would be upset. So they intentionally there's a word and a phrase for this phenomenon.
It's called lying.
No, it's a technical term for it.
Deception?
Yes. No. But I found that interesting.
Interesting. They purposefully overshoot the chance of rain. Very interesting. I mean, I can see the logic behind that. It's the under promise over deliver kind of same mentality, you know.
Yes.
If I'm saying that I'm going to bring you a pizza tomorrow for lunch, and I'm going to tell you that it's a medium, I show up with a large, you're happy. That was a bad example. That didn't really go the direction I wanted it to, but got the point across.
Yeah, so I just sent you a link to the video. It's by Mark Rober, so obviously reputable source.
Yep.
But while you're watching
Netflix building climbing commentator Mark Rober. Yes.
Yeah. Noted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Free
It's Science
commentator.
Bob. Okay, I like Science Bob. He's a good guy.
So while you're watching that, I want to tell you about an 11-year-old juggler who broke a world record.
1 second. My The captions on the podcast account on YouTube are not in English.
Yeah, I think that was a YouTube thing because my personal account
why are they in
switched to
Arabic?
French. Oh, I don't know. I think they were having problems with that.
Close to English. Sorry, continue. I'm going to get this set back to English.
Well, I'm going to tell you about an 11-year-old juggler who broke a world record using a pindaloo. Do you know what a pindaloo is?
I do now after I saw the photo of it, but before that, no, I did not know what a pindaloo was.
A pindaloo, for those listening just to the audio version, is a U-shaped pipe and a ball, and it appears that this person
is the pindaloo both of them together, or
I think so.
I think together so. They make a pindaloo. Okay,
I think it's together.
Right.
So the ball goes through the U and it up, from the near side to the far side.
Okay.
From the far side to the near side, and then it goes through the loop and back out the far side, and you have to catch it in the near side hole.
Holy cow! That was a lot of far sides, near sides.
An 11-year-old juggler from Wisconsin broke a Guinness World Record by using a pindaloo to make 51 rotations in under 30 seconds. His name is Caleb Hunter. Used his pindaloo, a U-shaped juggling tool that takes a ball in one hole and spits it out the other, to break the world record for most loops of a ball with a pindaloo in 30 seconds in the under 16-year-old category.
There's age brackets?
Apparently, I guess. I didn't know this.
Wow.
It goes out front, it loops over back toward you, and it lands in the one you're holding, Hunter told WBKO TV. You have to keep the momentum, but it's always also fun to, play with it. See how high you can get it, see how fast you can go. He said breaking the record took a lot of practice. Every time I practice, I usually drop the ball before the 30 seconds was over. You don't want to be dropping balls. That's not a good thing.
No, don't drop the ball. Don't cry over spilled milk either.
No, and the first time he did it, he got it, and the ball fell exactly after 30 seconds passed. So even if he did make it one more time, it wouldn't have counted. So it was perfect, he said. The boy was inspired to attempt the record by his... the boy said he was inspired to attempt the record by his father, who is a former Guinness World Record holder. My dad actually has a biking world record from biking 6 states in under 24 hours, he said. It's got broken, but it's still super cool.
It has been broken. I watched, there's a biking YouTube channel that tried to break this record, and then the guy crashed. But, sorry, continue.
Well, so that's basically what just inspired him. But UPI coming in hot with another top tier story.
Yeah.
Ben
You ever
Hooper.
think that people need new hobbies?
I mean, I have a lot of weird hobbies. I could
At
see
what-
getting into a little Pindaloo action.
Yeah, you could Pindaloo while you ride your unicycle.
Yeah.
At what point do the hobbies go too far? Do we need kids Pindalooing?
It's better than being on the phone. I mean,
That's true.
a lot of people
It's
are on the
better than-
phone watching they're an iPad kids.
You heard it here first. Don't doom scroll. Buy a Pindaloo.
I think you can make a Pindaloo. You just need
can-
like
wow,
a U-shaped piece of pipe. How
Yeah,
much is
okay.
a Pindaloo?
If you buy one, that would be remarkable. I think you need to buy one now.
There's
Logan.
Pindaloo. You can go to Pindaloo.com. It has its own .com.
Pin to me.
Oh,
Pin to
how to Pindaloo. Here we go.
wow.
I like this. Oh, it has an instructional video.
Oh,
How much is a
good.
Pindaloo? $32.
What?
Are you kidding me?
Pindaloo. Definitely spelled that right. How do you spell Pindaloo?
Pindaloo. Pindaloo. Pindaloo.
Oh, okay. Pindaloo. Why is there Pindaloo.com? There's got to be cheaper ones on Amazon. Oh,
Guinness-
$32. This is the name brand Pindaloo. Loop toy ball game. There you go. You can get 2 for $36.
Oh,
Pindaloo.
this guy's the crossbow. Oh my gosh, go to the tricks page. You can see all
What?
the different tricks. The twirl, the crossbow,
This
the
is like-
recall.
This is
the
like
sidekick.
yo-yoing, but
Oh, these are the advanced tricks. Undertake.
why is the switch okay? Well, what is the crossbow?
Oh, the saucer. Ooh,
Oh.
that's saucy.
This guy in this video.
Look at
this
the turbo.
This outfit that this guy has on is hilarious too. This looks like something out of. Whoa, the turbo. That's pretty advanced. This looks like this guy is
That guy's-
straight out of 2015.
2015. He's definitely over the age of 30. Like he's trying to be hip. He's got a flat brim
Yeah.
hat on with like
Yeah, he looks like he listens to Mumford and Sons, and and goes to breweries, and and doesn't wear shoes.
he doesn't wear shoes, has thick rimmed glasses.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
refuses to wear them. Yeah,
yeah, one of those deals.
yeah, and Pindaloos in his spare time.
I guess so. Look at this image. It's. I feel like the image of this child is poorly edited. Like you
It's
can
a lot
see
larger than I expected too. The Pindaloo.
you can see the outline of the mask in Lightroom around this kid's hair. That's how you always can tell. And then the chromatic aberration around the railing. Oh God, gives me anxiety. Look at those. The fringing is terrible.
Not great. Jeez.
Oh my God! Come
Oh,
on, that's
Lord.
one click in Lightroom, my guy. And what's up
Yeah.
with all these shadows? Look at all the shadows all over the place.
Yeah, this lighting is very odd because you have a light source coming from the stairs. It looks like with the reflection, but then this
Yeah,
kid
I
also has a bright spot on his temple.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on here.
Oh gosh,
And then the light is like, but look at the shadows from like the shadows.
very
from-
harsh.
well,
Yeah.
harsh, but just like so many shadows.
Can we get a softbox on one of those lights or a bounce car
Yeah,
or something?
He's got like a flashlight on the stairs there. I don't. This is some low budget nonsense going on here. Pindaloo
Jeez.
story.
Shop Pindaloo.
Oh, now the kid's in the pool with the Pindaloo. Oh.
They have different colors. They
Wow.
have a new edition, a carbon one. That is black. That is
I
not
hate it when people use like words to describe colors like that. Like Apple
Carbon.
doesn't make black
That's black.
iPhones; they make carbon iPhones.
yeah. Carbon slate. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Or like some. Yeah. It's never just like yellow.
Yeah, what are
It's
the
like
colors
sunrise.
for the what are the colors for the current iPhones? We have silver, cosmic orange, and deep blue.
Yeah. Not just orange and blue.
Look at
Cosmic
this
orange.
AI generated dog that they're using for this logo too on this backpack in the store. Do you see this?
What's
Also,
what?
they
What?
just sell this
What
cubic four
store?
thing as well. The Pindaloo store, Shop Pindaloo.
Oh.
They're on sale though. They are on sale, and the only sale is that you save about $3.10. That's
Well,
not a sale.
The Pindaloo ball is only $1 on sale.
And why are they $15? Wow, this is kind of
That's
crazy.
a good question. All of these are good questions.
I'm going to buy you a Pindaloo for your wedding.
For my wedding, I would expect nothing less from you. I would hope to receive a Pindaloo.
Activity improves focus and concentration, builds eye-hand coordination.
I need that.
Yeah, you know what also builds eye-hand coordination? Throwing a baseball back and forth with a friend. Also,
what if you don't have a friend? Then you get a Pindaloo.
Then you get a Pindaloo.
And if you have one friend and you get a Pindaloo, then you'll have 0 friends. Then you have -2 friends.
And you have no friends.
You lost a friend for somebody else when you started playing with the Pindaloo. Anyway,
wait!
you know,
oh my God! I just found a great part of the website. Scroll down to the shipping policy.
Where is this at? Sitemap products.
If you click on any of the products in the store, you can go down past the record and skills level up. Where it shows our hipster again. The shipping policy, there's a portion of it that says, my website, parentheses, change this, is not responsible for any customs and taxes. They just copy. Are you seeing this?
Oh, no.
Did you find this?
Yeah, I see that.
Are we exposing the Pindaloo people?
Oh, gosh.
Can we get Mr. Pindaloo on the horn? Do they have a phone number to call?
Here. This is fantastic.
Was created during a master's degree project. Amir Zobel and Metan Shamir. I'm going to find these guys, and I'm going to call them, and I'm going to say, you have a weird product on a weird website.
Yeah, look at this. Tracking numbers, customs, duties, and taxes.
My website changed this.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
remarkable. So someone else must have written that. And look at this, isn't even the same font size as this. So this bottom part was obviously copy pasted from somewhere else.
Don't
look
buy
at the text.
a Pindaloo because I'm convinced that this is a scam.
I don't think it's a scam. I think this website is just janky.
I guess so.
What is this, review website time? The Pindaloo story, though, is also great. Like, certain aspects of the website are kind of fun, but, like, yeah, the sharing, that was kind of stupid. Anyway, we're well over time once again, a really long episode, but this is episode number 99, Reed. Can you believe it?
Wow. Name one player that's not Wayne Gretzky that wears 99.
Nobody has worn 99 cents. So
in hockey, there's other options, though.
Yeah, but there's no other real sports. So
players to wear 99.
You're like, actually, no.
J.J. Watt.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
He plays football, played football.
That's why I wouldn't know who he is.
Here's one you should know, Turk Wendell.
Obviously.
He's a baseball pitcher. No.
Sure. Okay. That sounds like a name you just made up right now, but okay.
It is actually a real name, but it does kind of sound made up.
Next week, episode number 100 will be live.
Yeah.
Not live streamed, but a live version of this episode. It's coming out the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Which is really special.
Huge
day.
What if we live stream us? Excuse me. What if we live stream us counting from 0 to 100?
Because that's what we call high quality content right there.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
what I'm here for.
We've got something drummed up special for next episode.
Year.
Reed has been putting the thinking cap on and thinking about it, and so you want to be sure to stay tuned for that. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Where are we at? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast.
There we go.
And we'll have some fun, Looking forward to the big episode number 100, spectacular.
100. Sorry, I'm tired. Holy. I gotta wake up.
I wonder how many languages I can think of 100, like the number one, like how to say number 100. I'll start. English, 100.
Spanish. Don't got it.
Uno hundredo.
That's definitely not it.
That's definitely not it. All right. Hey, we'll figure that out. Be sure to tune in next week. It should be a special one.
Ciento.
And we'll catch y'all on the next one.
See ya.